What is going on, people of the internet? Hyper Chaotic here with the K double R, and welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time visiting my channel. Now, today we're going to be talking about an issue or issues that were never really an issue at all to begin with when it comes to gaming. But yeah, a lot of people are treating it as if it is and are addressing it in the worst ways possible. Well, by those people, I'm mainly referring to the corporations themselves, the video game devs, Xbox, PlayStation, or whatever, more so than just your regular everyday gamer. But they're not really addressing it in the best way either, at least for those who claim it's a genuine issue. Now, when I say a genuine issue within gaming, what do you guys think? Like, besides the fact I just said the whole sexism thing, what do you guys think when you think of an issue within gaming in general? Maybe you think of all the games out there that are being put onto sale when they're not even finished. Maybe you think about all the games out there that have content removed from them when you go to purchase them, and then it's drip fed to you bit by bit as DLC for you to purchase later on. Maybe the genuine sexism issue or just harassment issue within game dev studios such as Activision Blizzard. You know, when I hear an issue within gaming, when I hear sexism in gaming, when I hear general issue within gaming in general, those are the things that come to mind when I hear issues within gaming in general today, or issues of sexism and harassment in gaming. I think of the situation with Activision Blizzard. I don't think of general trash talk in a COD lobby. And anybody who has been on the internet for a while knows that trash talk is just a general part of the pastime. If you're not one that really likes to indulge in it yourself, then it's simple. You really just don't you don't partake in it whatsoever, and that's it. Now, that's not to say sometimes you're not going to get the shit talked towards you when you didn't do anything, or at least in your eyes you didn't do anything, but in your fellow teammates' eyes, you fucked up. You trash. You went left instead of right. You shot up instead of down. So now they got a fucking problem with it. But hey, welcome to gaming. You're going to get trash talk from the enemy team if they're even talking, and your allied team if they're even talking. Which, I mean, here's the thing. Have you even been in any of the online lobbies lately in most of these games? Ain't nobody fucking talking. Ain't nobody got a microphone on. And if you do find somebody, it's like once in a blue moon. And you're going to probably find no more than 2 to 3 people who have their microphone on just to bump to some music or fucking chew some chips into the microphone. That's not really something worth listening to during your match now, is it? And for all the cries and complaints about there's sexism and misogynism in gaming, but nobody ever wants to talk about the racism in gaming and all the poor black people constantly having the M-bomb dropped on them on a daily fucking basis. Oh, somebody save these poor black men. You don't even see the black men complaining about all the times they ever have somebody going in their fucking lobby. I mean, they don't like it. They don't typically want to deal with that shit. Nobody wants to deal with harassment and like when they, when they get back from work, they get back from school, they just want to hop onto a match and relax. That's probably the last thing you want to deal with. But guess what? You cannot control what that other person says or does. So if they want to cuss you out in the microphone or send a bunch of ignorant, hateful messages to you, and somehow the system doesn't register anything bad or inappropriate and allows it, you're going to get it. You're going to get it. I've gotten it a few times. You know what I do? Block and mute. I mean, you don't really have to do the mute first if you're blocking them, and you're supposed to mute first before you block. And usually if you mute, you don't have to block unless they keep going out of their way to fuck with you. If they have to go out of their way to fuck with you, at that point, that's legitimate harassment. But most often than not, the people talking shit in your lobby are just doing your typical trash talk. Some of them are very creative. Others, they will go for the lowest denominator. But it doesn't help that you feed into it. Now, recently, the Actman just actually did a very good video on this whole topic. On trash talk in gaming. And how it's just a general part of the pastime hobby. It is. Whether you like it, whether you hate it, it's just a part of gaming now. And if you don't enjoy that type of stuff, if you don't like to partake in it, then don't partake in it. If you start getting the shit end of the stick because somebody decides to take it out on you for no reason, hey, all you can do is either, you know what, let me go ahead and let Actman tell you what the 3 options are.
I know I'm coming across like I splooge over ye old Modern Warfare 2 lobbies, but let's also not ignore the extremely toxic side of trash talk. Like this article states, I put on my friend's headset, someone called me the N-word, and I stopped playing after that. This was my first and last experience with live chatting while gaming. So, you got 3 ways to deal with any bully in your life, cause online bullying is all this can be, right? You're not gonna get betrayed by a teammate 5 times and then meet up to fight in the streets, unless you're Denny G, who lives in Smethwick, Birmingham. If you want a fucking brawl,
come down Smethwick, ask for Denny G.
He'll come out of his house
and I'll break your fucking legs.
You can either, number 1, ignore the bully, don't feed the troll. You can, number 2, disconnect from voice chat. Or, number 3, bully the shit out of the bully.
Let's go.
I understand interacting with obnoxious, hateful people is tough sometimes, especially if you can't just pop them in the mouth. But in this article, in this case, it seems like the terrible racist comment won. Nobody's saying people can't be toxic in gaming, but I don't understand why on earth you'd let someone win. Why did you let them bully you off of a game? Why didn't you tell them to go snort coke off of a crocodile's butthole? You know? I don't know, man. Trash talk and trolling, it's all about just, like, finding what someone gets really, really pissed off at, what upsets them, and then doing that and seeing their reaction. So I think we can all agree in tournaments and esports, the pro scene, trash talk is a vital part of the game. It absolutely has a place, but it also has a limit. It's up to the organizations and tournament holders to come up with reasonable guidelines. You can be a professional and still call someone a cock-smoking breadbasket. Not all trash talk is beneficial or created equal. Like I said, there's a difference between not being creative with your insults and just...
rape threats?
You wanna get raped, bitch? You want me to rape you?
And like shit and garbage like this?
I will literally beat your fucking head in, bitch.
It's the laziest, most boring bullying I think I've ever seen. I'm gonna rape you this, I'm gonna kill you that, you're dumb, you're stupid. If you're going to insult somebody and try to get at someone, and you're not even going to put any effort into it or any creativity into it, you shouldn't bother doing it.
That's the true crime, is when people just aren't creative. Like, I find it so cringe when I hear someone throw out a slur, and it's like, that's all they got.
You scream every time you die, you bitch.
Shut the fuck up, fag!
Is this it? Is this all you can conjure, Saruman?
Or when there's a girl in the lobby and some dude is like, make me a sandwich, woman. It's like, you really had the neurons working in maximum overdrive to come up with that one, didn't you? At least ask her to mow your lawn or something.
Bitch! Bitch! Is a bitch talking to me? Is a female talking to me?
Yes, Mr. Speed, I do believe a female is talking to you. Like, the best trash talk to me is cold, calculated, creative insults.
I feel like I'm a fucking gorilla with a fucking baseball bat fighting a retard with a spoon.
It's making someone feel bad for reasons they never imagined, or making them so confused by what you just said, they have no other reaction than nervous laughter. Trash talk is inevitable, and everyone has the tools to deal with it. But here's a more difficult question we need to ask ourselves. How should bad trash talk be punished?
By the way, if you're interested in seeing more from that video, I'll leave a link to it in the description down below. The whole video is literally just about the art of shit talking. and how it's pretty much a part of gaming and here to stay, as much to the distaste of others. But yeah, look, if you're like me, you're the type that doesn't really want to deal with that bullshit. You're done with your chores, your work, your schoolwork, whatever the case it may be for you at the end of the day. You just want to relax, relieve some stress, and just play your games. And you know what I do when I start hearing a bunch of bullshit or somebody talking out of their ass? I mute them. If they want to keep running their mouth in the messages, I block them. That's it. If for some reason they feel the need to keep remaking accounts over and over and over and over again to just straight up harass me, well, I mean, at that point, I don't know what else you can do other than just keep blocking them and blocking them, unless you hit up Microsoft support and say, hey, this guy keeps, opening accounts to fuck with me. But I've never really had that happen before, and I think the chances of that are very low, just rare in general. I would imagine that is the case for most people, women included. I'm not saying that it probably never happens. I'm just saying it's probably rare, if anything. You're going to have somebody stalking you on social media, on Twitch, on other platforms before they really take the time to stalk you on a platform like Xbox, PlayStation, or Nintendo. They're going to have to literally make a whole new account just for that. But there are some people out there that are that petty. But all you can do is really just hit up the tech support for that, and that's it, and keep blocking them. Other than that, don't want to deal with the bullshit, that's it. Block, mute, that's it. That is it. Nobody's saying you gotta block and mute the whole lobby. Just that one asshole. Just the one asshole that keeps fucking with you, that keeps talking a lot of shit, or keeps chewing into the microphone. That's it. You could talk with the rest of the lobby. But that's assuming they even give a fuck to hear, talk back, or just in general cooperate at all. Again, have you been in half of these lobbies nowadays? You can go ahead and hop onto the microphone. Chances are they don't want to hear what you have to say. They don't care. Maybe you'll be talking to them and little do you know they already muted you. Because they just don't give a fuck. It's like, oh, hey, I just want to cooperate and play the game. Hey, there's a guy on your left. Don't care, mute. It'd be like that sometimes. You don't know you're muted, but, well, the fact that nobody's responding, even if you give them directions and pointers, or call-outs, if they're not listening, most likely it's a good chance you're muted. They just don't care. Alright, so nobody's telling you to go and mute the whole lobby. Just the one asshole talking shit or chewing into the microphone. You want to still talk to the rest of the lobby? Go for it. Chances are, though, they don't give a fuck. So if you want to play a game with some cooperative teammates, go into a private chat with your friends or hit up some people on Reddit and Discord and Twitter like people do nowadays, like most communities do nowadays. And if you're a creator, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, whatever the fuck, why not just bring your fan base in on it and be like, hey, submit to me your gamer tag or leave yours and just add me on whatever console you're on or whatever platform, and we'll go for a round or so. There you go. You got your cooperative teammates that you can directly talk to. Don't have to worry about any other asshole because you're in a private chat. And if anybody in there starts going out of lines, boot them out of the chat. That's it. Maybe you'll still have to deal with them until the end of the game, unless it's one of those vote to kick type deals. But until then, yeah, there's your options. There's your other options. What are y'all bitching about? Sexism, misogynistic, this and that. What about the racism gaming? Who cares? There's your own shit to deal with. Block and mute. Or diss it right back. Or hell, even just stomp them. Don't just maybe beat them at their own game in the sense of bullying them right back. Maybe literally be better at them at the game. That's enough to piss them off sometimes. Maybe don't say shit to them, mute them, and whoop their ass at the game, or be better than them if they're one of the assholes on your team, and that'll really piss them off. And by the way, There's some people out there who kind of enjoy the toxicity. Why, you may ask? Because they think it's funny to hear people talk shit because they get so mad over stupid bullshit that, oh, they think you don't play very well because of your play style. You're not playing the game right. This, that, and the third. Oh, you're cheesing it with that one weapon. One of my favorite creators, Forward to Thunder, that's what he does in some gameplays. I more so just care for his commentaries, but I've seen some of his gameplays. And sometimes he'll find the cheesiest weapon and just fuck with the whole lobby by doing nothing but using that weapon and what's it called? Not statistic. It's at the tip of my tongue. That one method, that one strategy that basically pisses everybody off, even if it's basically just camping in a corner with the most OP shotgun, fire rounds, and claymores in the fucking corner of the door. Hey, whatever gets people pissed off and running their mouth. That's people start talking shit. He laughs his ass off. He laughs in their face, and he gets content for the channel. A win-win for him. Lose-lose for them, but he gets a good time. He laughs in their face. They get fucking heated. He gets content for the channel. There you go. Learn how to diss it back or be better at the game. Really piss them off. And you can laugh in their face for all the shit talking they're doing just because they're mad that you're better at the game. And save clip, putting that on the channel. That's it. That's it. Do what you need to do and go on with your day. Or have your fun with them. And shit, might as well clip it for content for later. Now, that's all I really need to say, but before you go, let me tell you 2 stories of times that, well, I had to deal with a few assholes. And one of the times, I fed into it. Let's make it very clear, you shouldn't feed the trolls. So let me give you an example of one time that I fed into it. So, I was a little kid. I was playing on my Xbox 360 back in the day, playing some COD Black Ops 1 Zombies. I can't remember what map. I'm pretty sure it was either Kino or 5. I think it was 5. But I was playing with 2 other guys, 2 other randos. One of whom, for the most part, he was cooperating and just playing the game. The other guy was talking a world of shit, and he was getting annoying. Like, I just wanted to punch the dude in the fucking throat at that point. Like, dude, just shut the fuck up. Play the game for the love of fucking God. I'll let you know when one of us is going to open the door. That's it. Get our backs when we're checking the fucking mystery box. When we're getting a perk, that's it. Shut the fuck up and let's just play the damn game. But he just kept running his mouth over and over and over and over again. I should have muted him at that point and just keep talking to the other guy. That's it. The other guy was cooperating for the most part. I was even going to the dude like, yo, what's up with your boy, man? And he's like, bro, I don't know what's up this guy's ass. And I just barely met this guy today, hopping online today, just like I just met you. This is the first time I'm ever talking to him in this match. So I don't know what stick he's got up his ass, but he ain't my boy. Long story short, he eventually just kept going off. And we're this, and we're that, and we're this, and we're that.
Hello, yeah, badass lip smacking each other, you big dumb nigga.
Never mind.
Get the fuck out of here, you fucking spook. The fucking Section 8
What the hell?
Bomb is in play. Protect the carrier.
Oh no, what's wrong with that nigga?
Nigga needs the fucking papers to put chapstick on.
Shit, boy, I almost died.
Alright, get the fight! You fucking nigger!
And needless to say, I got offended. He was clearly fucking with me to just mess up my whole day. And I fed into it. Again, I mentioned how when people aren't very creative, they're going to go for the lowest denominator. And that's exactly what this guy was doing. He was going for the lowest denominator because it was easy. And I was easy. I kept feeding into it. Pretty much near the end, I ended up leaving the match. Reported his account not like he was going to really do shit. And I think I just stopped playing for the day because he just pissed me the fuck off. I'm sitting there like, let me tell you something, you racist son of a bitch. Like, no, he doesn't care. He's clearly having a good time fucking with my day when I should have just blocked and muted him and that's it. Just keep talking to the other dude and that's it. Go on about our day, just play the game. Or hop into another match. Instead, I fed into it. I kept feeding into it. Even when he went as low as he could, I kept feeding into it. And because of that, my whole day was ruined because I let him ruin my day. I let him fuck with me instead of simply muting his sorry ass. And at the time, I wasn't really for the shit talking. Even now, I'm not really for the shit talking, but I will do it sometimes here and there. Not that I ever really had a mic at the time. Too often I didn't really have a mic. But for the times I did, I just usually muted an asshole if I didn't feel like dealing with that shit. That's it. Ain't nothing new. The times I did it, I fed into it. My day was ruined, and it was really my fault for letting them ruin my day. For letting them talk shit to me, instead of talking shit back or muting them and just going on about my day. There was also another time, it wasn't racism, but it was a misogyny. And listen, I'm not saying that some of these toxic assholes aren't genuinely saying shit that isn't actually racist or misogynistic or sexist. I'm not saying it isn't. A lot of the ignorant shit they're saying, it is. But again, they're just going to the lowest denominator just to piss you off. Just to fuck with you. Just to see how easy you are to push over. And if you get offended over the littlest shit like I did, they're going to keep pushing. Every inch you give them, they're gonna take more than a mile. Shit, they're going to take fucking miles. They're going to push your button to every fucking wire comes loose and all your screws blow out of your fucking skull. So, that's it. Just don't let them. I'm not saying that what they're saying isn't ignorant, isn't racist, isn't misogynistic. It is, but they're going for the lowest denominator to piss you off. And you're making it easy for them. Now for this second time, I was playing some Red Dead Redemption Online. This is my first time playing, but I think at that point I had gotten to like around level 12, 13 for my character. I don't remember exactly. I was still a very low level. And I started being fucked with by this level 300 griefer, which you want to talk about an issue of toxicity in gaming that needs to be addressed. How about we talk about griefing? Assholes that are literally going out of their way to fuck up your whole day by literally just fucking up your game. Like, never mind the people talking shit, you could just mute them. These guys, in games like Red Dead Redemption and GTA, you could just be by yourself, just playing a game, doing a job, a heist, and they're just gonna keep fucking with you. You ain't gonna be able to get shit done. You're not gonna earn. Griefing, now that's a fucking issue in gaming. Or even in games like Rainbow Six Siege, where you're gonna have that asshole that keeps sabotaging the match. Maybe they keep shooting you. Maybe they keep fucking with you to make you accidentally shoot them and your ass gets kicked. Like, you're popping off shots at the enemy and they're just fucking shoulder dancing right in front of your ass. I've had a few moments where motherfucker was trying to purposely get shot by me and I'm like, move, you fucking moron. Ended up killing him. And, well, funny thing, the team didn't even realize that he was fucking with me. They just saw me shoot this guy for no reason, even though I'm literally trying to avoid shooting him. I'm moving out of the way. Like, he's purposely getting in front of me so he gets shot, just to fuck with me, just so I I get the penalty. You don't get the penalty right away. You get it after doing it, killing your teammate like a second or third time. Or was it a fourth? I can't remember. You got to kill one of your teams or your whole team a few times, kill a few people before the game just straight up kicks you. But he kept dancing in front of me trying to get shot by me on purpose. So I started getting penalties. And my team, they didn't see that part. They just see me shoot this motherfucker for no reason. And now they're lighting my ass up because they think I'm the griefer. Even though he was the griefer. But ain't no point of connecting my mic or messaging them and saying, hey, he was fucking with me. I didn't try to shoot him. Don't even waste your breath. Don't even waste your breath. Best bet, get revenge on the team that refuses to listen. Or just exit the match and join a new one and go about your day. I'm going to talk about that sometime in the future where this guy did fuck with me. The team ended up fucking with me, and I got so pissed off that I just ended up sabotaging the whole fucking match. I'm going to save that story for another time. And just to be clear, I only griefed my team because a griefer fucked with me, and then the team basically started fucking with me. So I was just griefing griefers. There's nothing wrong with griefing griefers. You're griefing the assholes who want to ruin other people's days. Again, you want to talk about a genuine issue of toxicity within gaming? Griefing. Now that's an annoying issue in games like GTA, Red Dead Online, and Rainbow Six Siege. Granted, with Red Dead Online, the way they've kind of implemented that system to deal with griefers, it's very well done. I wish they would have brought it to GTA, because for the most part, you typically can get your jobs done, your missions done. There is a chance of you still running into a griefer, but it's very, very low. And if they come near you, all you really gotta do is just keep fucking running. Bolt it. Keep going to they're off your radar. If they're off your radar, you're most likely off their radar. Because you gotta be within a certain distance of somebody before they start popping up. I'm stuttering over my words. Popping up over on the radar. Or even the bigger map. So once you get a distance, they're barely off your radar. Great. Take another direction. Fucking bolt it so they don't see you go in that direction. And they're going to lose you. That's it. You can't really do that in GTA. Your blip is just constant. But in Red Dead Online, they got a better, anti-griefing system. But even then, you can still deal with the assholes every now and then. And this one level 300 asshole started fucking with me just because my character was a female. I didn't really feel like making my character look busted and looking like he went on a fucking 3-week meth binge. So I decided to make my character a female. I ended up making an Asian chick with white hair that kind of looks like Gina Darling with a bigger nose. No disrespect to Gina Darling if she was to ever see this clip, but that's just... I was just making the character. I landed on that design. I thought it was funny, and I stood with it. I mean, it's not ugly. I just thought it was funny who it looked like, but with a bit of a fatter nose. Wasn't ugly, just... what a coincidence. What are the chances? Anyways, he was fucking with me because my character was female, and I'm not gonna lie, I took it a little too literal. I just assumed, okay, wait. So, depending on if your character's male or female, does your stats change? I'm literally looking into the settings, my stats. I do a quick Google search. Yes, I was that oblivious to him being just a misogynistic prick. And I end up realizing, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Your character's stats don't change depending on the gender. And my immediate assumption was, bro, you're not a real level 300. You probably bought this fucking account after somebody already got to that level and unlocked all the weapons and bought all of them. You're probably using your older brother's account. Get the fuck out of my face. You don't know how to... You don't understand shit about this game. You think that the fucking what's between my character's legs has anything to do with my stats? You fucking moron. This is not fucking... I don't know, whatever game you think this is. My guy, you're on the wrong game. Turn off the game, uninstall it, you're on the wrong fucking game. Well, you're just mad because you're shit at the game. Coming from the guy who probably doesn't even understand how to use the fucking pause menu. You're literally sitting here telling me that, oh, your character is bad because it's female. And I'm like, what? That has nothing to do with the fucking stats. A dick or pussy has nothing to do with the stats. It wasn't until later, after I blocked Mutant, went on about my day, that I was eventually like, what the fuck was this guy even talking about? Because I was just confused more than anything. Then it hit me. Oh, he's just saying sexist shit to be an asshole and get a reaction out of me. I mean, he kind of did get a reaction out of me, which was me just talking shit right back. But I don't know. I just look back at it and laugh because I only got the wrong idea. Like, what? Your gender has nothing to do with the fucking statistics of your character. What, did you fucking pay for this account, you fucking lazy bastard? That's just what I assumed. Okay, you bought this account, or you're playing on your big brother's account, and all of a sudden you think you're a badass, level 300. Get the fuck out of here, kid. You don't even know how to use a pause menu. But that's it. You have one example where I should have blocked and muted them, and I fed into it. And here's another example where I talked shit right back, and then I did just that. And went on about my day, because usually I'm not one for shit talking, and I just want to play the game and relax. Of course, you can't do that when you're dealing with griefers. Again, that's a legitimate toxic issue when it comes to gaming, but that really just depends on the game. And that's about it. Those are my little stories dealing with assholes online. Again, apply the following 3 options that Actman went over. If you want to check out that video for yourself, link will be in the description down below. And I'm done. I'm a bit winded. Alright then, guys, so if you've enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. If not, leave a dislike and a comment telling me why. Any and all interaction is good interaction for my channel and the algorithm. Yes, even your negative comments. Interaction is still interaction. And I appreciate your time, even if you didn't enjoy the video. Also, leave your other thoughts and opinions on what you think. If you disagree with me respectfully, but at the end of the day, there's not really anything else you can do about it other than those 3 options. So, talk shit back, or just block and mute and don't let them ruin your day. Nothing else you can really do. Again, I mentioned that the councils, the developers and whatnot, they're trying to do their part, but it's not working out too well. I would go into more depth about it, but the Actman already did it better than I could in that video, so you can just check that out for that. But yeah, just let people talk shit, and if you don't want to deal with it, don't deal with it. That's it. Nobody's forcing you. You're allowing them to ruin your day because you didn't want to take the time to simply use a feature that's implemented in almost every game with co-op and multiplayer ever, and every console ever made. Chaotic out. Have a good one.